see, this is recording now. Is yours recording?
Yes, it is.
All right. See, like, I actually have to, like, keep my hands like this.
So you can see it.
So 3, 2, 1. So that'll, like, synchronize up the video with the audio.
Yeah, we got our own clapper. His name's Tony.
Yeah, and we're filming this for the first time, and it's on a crappy camcorder. Because, like, I was going to bring in my good camera, but I just wanted to use this as a test run in case it turns out crappily.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I guess we're starting now.
Monkey Bar 2.0.
This will be episode 26, so, like, I was hoping to save something like this for, like, the 100th episode, but in case we don't actually make it that far.
Yeah, 26 will be our lucky number. Every number divisible by 26 will do something.
This was technically... No, this would be ending at the end of the year. Airing at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like, going forward, if this one turns out well, then I can see us doing this, like, more in the future with a better camera. I almost said gooder camera. That's kind of a Tumblr word.
Gooder's a good damn word.
Speaking of Tumblr, it's like, by now, it's probably taken into effect, because December 17th is when they're going to officially just ban all not safe for work off of Tumblr.
Oh.
So yeah, like, already a lot of not safe for work artists are feeling the effects. I've been seeing all these screenshots of, like, stuff like pictures of Garfield getting banned.
One of them was a dragon that my friend posted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a picture of Spyro getting banned. It wasn't even like a fan art. It was actual in-game sprite of Spyro from the Reignited trilogy. It's all flavors of fucked up.
I'm just picturing, like, some artist goes over and goes, "We had a good run, Sonic Chew fan art, but now it's time for us to hit the road." And there's a caravan of them walking across the open field. You very quietly hear the Heaven's Gate theme playing in the background.
I'm trying to think of was that the one that Terrence Malick directed?
Is that the... No, I think so. It's the one that was like fucking... No, or it was like fucking 8 hours in the original cut.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah,
there was something that... there's a movie that Terrence Malick did. It's called Heaven's something or other.
Yeah. It's the one that Cinema Snob talked about. There was actually... They had to fucking stop shooting because he didn't like the Clouds, the director.
Right, I saw that review.
Yeah, apparently that was a real thing. The Clouds part. That fucking pissed me off. I'd kill that motherfucker. But...
So yesterday we went to see a movie.
Yes. Now, we saw what some will say is the best sequel to come out this week. Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah. Like, I was prepared to hate it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was actually pretty good.
It was.
Like, the more time that I've spent letting it sink in, the more I kind of like it. I don't love it. I don't think it's a great movie. It's a pretty good sequel. It's above, like, on a scale of, like, direct to DVD and, like, actual sequel. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Like, I was saying, wait, if I were to, like, you hand me a microphone top out, I'd be like, oh, fuck this shit. Now, on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, it's 94%. I wouldn't go that high.
Yeah, it's more of a 70% for me.
Yeah, like 70 is a good number there.
Yeah, the parts that were, like, annoyed me the most, they weren't even in there that long. Like when they first go into the internet, you see the Snapchat building and all the product placement. Like, for some reason they show YouTube, but, like, the big plot,
BuzzTube.
They use BuzzTube, which is in this universe
bigger.
Yeah, like, bigger than YouTube.
How the fuck is Google on top? I'm sorry, like, did Google buy fucking BuzzTube?
This takes place in the future where YouTube's copyright claim system is spiraled out of control and causing it to go out of business.
No, YouTube's copyright control has caused it to take over its own entity. It's become like a self-sufficient AI.
Yeah, it's become like the Wreck-It Ralph virus at the end, except it's all contained in its own bubble.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty cool effect.
That was. Like
I'm always impressed whenever CGI, whenever they have, like, a construct or something with, like, a bunch of different moving pieces in it.
It was fucking nightmarish, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, like, when I first saw it, like, start to take shape, it reminded me of Tetsuo from Akira.
Oh, fuck. No, okay, another thing... I'm sorry, but, like, my biggest, not really gripe, but I meant there was some weird tension between Vanellope and Ralph.
As you can see, like, that's kind of what made me put this on today. Like, I only wear this either during the winter or to conventions, because like in the winter I can just put on my jacket.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's the nerd equivalent of putting on lingerie under a trench coat, I guess.
Lingerie under a trench coat. That sounds like something you'd hear in like a song.
I mean, it reminds me of the Totally Spies theme.
Oh man, that was a fucking thing.
Yeah, like I follow this page on Facebook called Waifu Strong. It shows like strong waifus, and one of them was somebody started posting fan art of Totally Spies, so that made me sort of go back to that. And like frequently now, people are bringing it up as like a fetish cartoon, and it's funny because when I first started watching it as a kid, I didn't pick up on that at all.
No, not there. It's like,
but once I started to see people point it out, that's when I was like, oh,
it's Wasn't there like that one that had like what was it? It was like the boys' equivalent to Totally Spies, where the guy was hunting monsters.
That was Martin Mystery.
Yeah, I liked that show. That was a show I liked a lot.
Made me think of like a more anime Danny Phantom. I don't think it was like that at all though.
Yeah, it was somewhat like that. It was like Ben 10 and Danny Phantom had a hate child.
Huh, yeah.
Also, by the way, that mom is a waifu somewhere. The mom in that show.
Which one?
The mom from Martin Mystery. Oh. The scientist chick.
I'll have to look her up.
She was basically Gendo Akari in a weird way, but more loving.
It makes me think, because Totally Spies, it made me think, like, if I would love to see a gritty reboot where they actually kill people.
No, you know what I would do as a reboot? Make it in the fucking 007 universe and don't tell anyone. Mm-hmm. And just, like, at the end, Daniel Boone or Craig.
Daniel Craig. Daniel Boone is the guy with the coonskin cap.
He was the original 007. Can you imagine 007 story, but like a spy story with that level of intricacy, but it's set in like, like frontier times? Mm-hmm. Like, he's using the invisible ink and is like,
It's kind of what Assassin's Creed 3 was, when you think about it. That's
good.
Yeah, but good.
Yeah.
But Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Fucking slaughter race, whatever that was my favorite parts of the film.
Yeah, that was like the chase scene, like at the beginning was actually pretty interesting visually, and like it had some good energy going for it, I guess.
And I'm always a sucker for Alan Menken.
Oh yeah, like the song.
Yeah, he like
yeah, like that was pretty good, I'd say.
I didn't like the Disney part, like.
Yeah, like the princesses or the whole like area.
The whole area, kinda. I'm sorry.
Like for me, it was like it seemed like they were just like splooging for like 5 minutes and then getting back to the plot. I say that while I'm thinking of the Disney princesses and their casual clothes.
Yeah. By the way, though, if you're gonna rib yourself, rib hard. Like, have them. Okay, maybe that was a bad way of putting it after what you just said. But have they walk into a room and there's Kevin Feige or someone.
Yeah, that was weird how they opened up. Because before the movie actually started, you see you
see Ralph run by kicking stuff. I thought that might be an Easter egg to the virus or a hint to the virus Ralph.
I don't know about that. Well, I just thought it was weird how you had these three old white producer guys saying
did Coco, where they had a thing where they had the directors and they talked about having made the film. That was a passion project.
Well, for me, it's just like saying, oh, you wanted a short film before we start? Fuck you. Here's us bragging about how much we love our fucking movie that we made for $1 billion. Fuck you,
dude. But the thing's the writer was an old guy, and you can tell it was an old white guy hasn't gone on the internet much.
They got pretty accurate though for somebody in their 50s. Somebody who's his vision of the internet. It's like the part where Ralph makes all the viral videos and how the guys in the office are sharing it. Yeah. It's not because. Yeah, when you think about it, when a video goes viral, you don't see it on the news immediately. Oh my God, look at this thing! It's hey, this is pretty funny. Hey, Bill, check this out. Let me share it to you, whatever. And it's
boss walks over, shut the fuck up, but that's a good video there.
Yeah. Get back to work. No, that would be the Disney offices.
That fucking bugged me. One thing, they never say if the people see him as pixel or cartoon.
Yeah, that was is he realistic in these videos? It's one of those things that you shouldn't think about too hard.
Yeah, that was bugging me. Do you know what I would have done? I would have made it live action for those scenes.
I don't know. They got it. I thought that the style in the when they show the real worlds, because like, especially the part where the mock CNN reporter lady, she looked like she was rendered like semi-realistically. So I thought that was a good.
She looked like the same design that was Shank in the Slaughter Racers.
I thought I was like picturing, yeah, kind of.
That's bugged me.
I wonder if it was a reused asset.
I think so.
Like I wouldn't be surprised.
By the way, right after the Ralph video gets to also current president thing, and I don't know.
The president's rump is like some just
No,
I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, they went to the dark web, and
Oh yeah. It's like I don't know. I don't really have any strong feelings about it. I wish that they had shown like just a blurry 4chan image in the background.
No, like maybe have like they should have showed like trolls and give like a troll like a clover on his shoulder.
Or they have like the candy corn horns from Homestuck.
Oh my god. Run!
When they went to see the virus vendor guy, remind me, this is the video that I mentioned. This is the Glob.
Oh my fucking god, that shit. Oh Jesus, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that the animators saw that video and made a version of that as the guy.
Oh god, I'm sorry. That's like I have seen a lot of fucking weird shit online.
I mean, it looks exactly like him, didn't you agree?
It did.
Aside from the tumor brother.
Yeah.
Which they kind of like milked that joke to death.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If you saw a guy with a tumor on there and you were also a mongoloid or a human, Ralph is probably my least favorite character in there.
I would agree halfway, like because I've heard people saying, they make him too much of a jerk. That's really his arc, though, is that he learns to, because it sort of goes back to what I was saying about this being a pretty good sequel. Is that at the end of the first Wreck-It Ralph, he learns to like accept his place in the universe, and that sort of carries over into this movie where he's completely comfortable where he's at, and he assumes that his friend is there with him. And that, like, the arc of this is, like, him learning to accept others, finding their place in the universe.
I agree. I agree with you.
Like, that's what I meant when I said, it had to sit with me for a little bit. So I had to, like, think about that. And that's just a pretty good message to send to kids.
You don't see that much. Mm-hmm. Most stuff is like, be your true self, even if others hold you back.
I was glad also that it wasn't a twist villain, because, like, Disney has been criticized for that. For, like, having, like a heel turn villain like Hans in Frozen, or, like, the Lamb president in Zootopia.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what I would have actually done if they did a villain? Just make it fucking subtle, but not unbelievable. Like, I thought Yaz was going to be a villain. Yes, or yes, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying about.
I kept hearing her name as Yaz Girl.
Yeah, Yas. Queen Slay, all that stuff. And I thought it was funny, like, going back to Tumblr, how when she's saying, we need to get this all over the web, go to Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter. And I'm like, what was that first one? I feel like I've heard that somewhere before, but it's been so long since.
No, I'm sorry. There was not a single pornography reference in this, and I mean it's Disney, but like.
Yeah, I feel like if it were DreamWorks, they would have like.
Yeah, they would have had a joke like Ralph walks into a room and you hear an animal noise, and Ralph walks out, slams that door shut, goes, "Oh, fuck that shit! You don't go in there." Like, when I heard hands, I thought that it was going to be about something else. Oh. Also, well, what was the other... Oh, yeah, I kind of like that weird fucking thing with the hand, the Gord, or whatever his name was. The what? The hand guy, the little, like, who would hold up the pamphlet. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, he creep... Have you ever seen that Pikachu picture where it's, like, the Pikachu and Ash is handing him a ball, and Pikachu has the hand come out of his... I feel like I've seen something like that. Yeah, it's just like that, how the hand moved. That thing kind of scared me, or not scared me, but unsettled me. Mm-hmm. I feel like I just need to adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, yeah. I feel like we're not in frame fully. Like, this is why I wanted to put this as like a test run, so that we can both like. I wanted you to be a bit more in frame. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I know you tend to get more animated. I apologize. I'm Italian by upbringing. Oh, really? Yeah, my grandfather, his mother fucking came from Sicily. So he's very Italian, and
His motherfucking came from Sicily, motherfucker.
no, like his mother's like a Roman Catholic. She's fucking crazy. Locked her kids in cabinets. I met her once. This is the truest fucking thing. So my grandfather, he likes to spend money. He's extremely thrifty sometimes at the cost of things. Well, I walk in there, and I had a couple coins in my coat, and they were legitimately jingling. I swear to God, she rose from the hospital bed like Nosferatu Jesus.
Their hands got cold, and she was...
Dude, kind of. Anyways, yeah.
One more thing I wanted to say about Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Like the Disney princesses stuff, like the one that stuck with me, and I made sure to shave this morning before I went on this rant, is like when they say, do you need a big, strong man to help you? And it's like, yeah, like for me, like, and they show up at the last minute to save Ralph from plummeting to his death by putting him in a dress or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for me, it's like who, like when you think about Disney princesses,
who saves the day?
Or no, like who's on the merchandise is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's like what's the name of the prince in Sleeping Beauty?
Okay, hold on. I fucking know this one. Like Andrew or some shit like that.
Probably, but like that's the thing is that like their face isn't on the merchandise.
No, I can only think of three that stick out: Aladdin, Quasimodo, and the Beast. And I can think of them. One's extremely charming and pretty much carries the film. Next to Robin Williams, you also have a fucking creature that made people furries, and then you also get the deformed guy who gets cucked by the soldier.
Yeah, I think that I don't think it's wrong for that to be the case, but I'm just saying I think it's kind of.
We should have like a joke where when they're done talking about the opulent princess room, like Ralph looks for her and he opens the door and you see all the princes sitting around huddled in the dark. What is that light? Is that light? And he closes it, leaving the golems in there.
I could have sworn I saw a Song of the South reference in the background when Penelope's running. It was like a bear character.
Yeah. Fuck.
It was either there or Robin Hood. I don't know. It was for a second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be very damn surprised they put a Song of the South character in there.
Yeah, and also they mentioned Air Bud.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they said something about the Air Bud area.
Oh, God.
To scan that. Or
oh, yeah, when they had the Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Why are Stormtroopers the security of Disney?
Well, they're kind of their slaves now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole complaining about the men save us, but we can take care of ourselves. I think that's kind of facetious.
Also, if you think about it, a lot of the princesses save the day. Yeah. A lot of them.
I mean, basically, yeah. Also, have you noticed that most of the male characters, they're either dumb, naive man children or snooty, bookish types. They're not there's none of them are threatening, except for the Ralph virus at the end. But
oh, and you got
Governor, are you looking at my tumor, my baby brother?
You know that guy?
I don't know. I might be overthinking this. I probably am.
I think they're playing up. It's very much a film for little girls, kind of. Because the first one's for boys, they made this one for girls. Also, you forgot to mention the credits thing. The one credit scene.
Oh yeah, there were two credit scenes, but we left before the second.
What was the second one?
It was a Rickroll.
Oh my fucking Jesus! I'm glad.
It was presenting the trailer for Frozen 2, and it shows Ralph doing "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Oh my. Okay, that's kind of good actually.
Yeah. But the first end credit sequence is they showed the pancake milkshake scene, and I've seen that twice, but in the theater I almost threw up.
I'm sorry, Tony. It was worth the price of admission.
I have kind of a weak stomach anyway, but just the way that it's slowly shoveling the pancake into its mouth, and you can see the syrup oozing.
I just all I hear is, and you hear Lassiter, whatever guy in church, and he goes, "Hey, Steven, what are you doing?" I am working on the end credit scene for Ralph. Do I have to walk into your office? No, sir.
He walks in and he pulls off his skin. He's Andrew Dobson.
There's Andrew Dobson, like, okay, yeah, I can only think
Like
one.
that's how he got into Disney. He's like killed a guy and like wore his skin into the studio.
Yeah, and as they run, he slowly transforms into a bear monstrosity, jumps out the... Okay, those virus monsters were actually pretty cool designs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have a Kingdom Hearts reference in there.
All these are really fucking true. Like, what should happen is, like, well, it wasn't an arcade game, so they couldn't make that joke. But, like, they could have, like, him on his way back, and Ross, are you another game character? And you hear the voice of, the guy who voices, not Cloud, the guy from Kingdom Hearts, Sora.
Okay.
And he goes, I haven't been called a game or a Disney character in years. And he goes, what's his name? I forgot the actor's name, Sora.
Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment. God, have you seen him recently?
Yeah, he's got the small face and the big head.
He looks like the Photoshops.
Yeah, oh yeah, the one I did. Yeah, there was the last movie I remember him being in was this like direct to Netflix movie where he plays a sex ed teacher, or like he plays a janitor who like is asked to be a sex ed teacher. It's called Sex Ed, I guess.
Is it good?
No, obviously.
I'm sorry, man, but like.
One last thing is that Tron was kind of a plot point. That's what got Ralph to purchase the virus.
Yeah.
And like that kind of made me miss Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy was a good movie.
It was. I really liked the character designs
Of Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does everything that like Tron did, but better. Like, because the original Tron is so fucking boring. It's basically a showcase for like. And it's basically a showcase for like the special effects that were like groundbreaking at the time, but have just aged so badly. But yeah, I don't think anybody would remember Tron Legacy if it weren't for the Daft Punk soundtrack.
Actually, I don't like Daft Punk. I remember because I liked the style. I mean, I'm not. Well, no, I like some Daft Punk songs, but I don't like them enough to seek them out because of a movie.
But yeah, it's like. What I liked about the movie is that, like, even though we're probably never going to get a sequel, it ended without a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It seemed like to wrap up everything really neatly at the end. Also, there was an animated series on Disney XD called like Tron Uprising, which sort of bridged the gap between the first movie and Legacy. I heard it was really good. I think it was directed by the same guys who did Motor City.
Yeah.
But those are also the same guys who did Megas XLR.
Oh, the robot one.
Yeah.
Man, I was thinking about that recently. They had a DMV joke I thought was hysterical.
Yeah. They also like always made sure to shit on MTV. Like there's a bunch of scenes where like the satellite to MTV gets blown up, and then you see everybody who's watching MTV just start cheering.
No, I have a funny thing. I have a DMV story real quick. I one time went to a DMV and there was nobody there. It was the most surreal thing ever. Because whenever I'm there, I always sit between the old person and the guy who has 18 kids and doesn't know where they are.
Speaking of giant robots and existential nightmares.
Oh, fuck you, man. Sorry. Yeah, you ruined my day that day. I was like, wow, I was just really happy. I was excited. It was a good day. And he went like, let me give my impersonation of how I read your Facebook message. Hey, Zach. Remember that thing you really kind of like? Now it sucks. I'm sorry, we're redubbing Ava and putting it on Netflix.
Yeah. I saw that Mega 64 got to this before we did. And they were actually saying how like they don't really understand why people are upset about them redubbing it because the dub isn't good.
That's the thing, though. The dub is great for Ava.
Yeah, it has that layer, that thick layer of camp to it.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like that's kind of what got me through End of Ava.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like because it's so fucking bad.
Can I
well, the movie itself isn't bad, but like the dub is so fucking bad that it adds an extra layer of entertainment to it.
Can I give you an example between the Japanese dub and the American dub? First line when they say Sakiel, the third angel, the one with the bird beak mask and he gets all shot. Every missile hit the target. Evacuate. American. Every missile hit the target. Just like that. He said it like they were clenching his nuts on the last line.
Yeah, like they also said that in End of Ava, the dub just like got like plot points wrong. Like there's stuff in the dub that's like completely incorrect from the Japanese version, and I wanted to run that by you because
I don't really fucking remember that. And I know that there were dub Nazis and the sub-civets and the dub Nazis over on Ava Geeks. But Ava Geeks was also fractured in a tormented site, so no one was really sure of anything. So yeah, what is well known is that we actually had the woman who directed the dub of End of Ava on our site. She lasted 4 fucking posts before they drove her out.
I feel like I gotta readjust
Oh,
that
no,
camera.
I can sit back there.
No, like it's okay. I'll
I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to sit down the damn shelf because I keep, Yeah. Anyways, I remember in Ava Geeks there was like an 18 post, like not even 18, but it was like 18-page thread. Do the Evangelions have vaginas?
I imagine they do.
Guess what? You see the vagina in the show. That's where they put the plug into.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That looks better.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an auteur when it comes to this shit, so
I
you have to forgive
all
me.
to your directors. Dude, you know what? I'm sorry. I couldn't fucking work with a director okay.
Like Ano.
Yeah, oh fuck, I'd kill that bastard. I mean, he's an okay director. I need to watch Shin Gojira again and not vomit because I fucking hate that movie.
Really?
It does this thing where, so here's the thing about Godzilla films that's a big secret. There's 2 kinds of Godzilla films, where they introduce Godzilla by himself or when Godzilla fights another monster. If he's by himself, Godzilla doesn't represent a monster, he represents a cause. The atomic nuclear war, the destruction of Japanese culture, the abandonment of Japanese shrines, shit like that. Shin Gojira doesn't have it a monster movie, has it? Okay, I'm the government, I'm a failure, and oops, I just made things worse. And Anna just waxed his carrot yeah, I'm going to play End of Ava while my favorite monster does his shit. They're also making a Godzilla vs. Evangelion movie, apparently.
I heard about that. You told me about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm fucking waiting with bated breath. I really want to see who plays Shinji. Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, speaking of that, in addition to Netflix, releasing Evangelion, they're also doing a live-action Cowboy Bebop remake. I'm glad that we have the camera to get your reaction.
Yeah, because I do these kind of quiet reactions sometimes, and I apologize. Hey, have you ever seen... okay, this is relevant. Have you ever heard of the movie The Devil's Carnival?
No, I haven't.
It's done by the guy who made Repo, who's also a director of one of the Saw movies. Basically, they have a sequel, and the first song is called Shovel and Bone, which is about basically dying for a cause of your employer. And all I can picture is them singing that, shoveling films into the Netflix engine. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry, Netflix, but they've lost what little respect I've had.
Apparently the original creator of Bebop, though, is being I guess he's the creative consultant on this.
Cool.
So,
that alleviates some.
Yeah.
Will it be American or Japanese?
American.
Oh, God, okay, maybe. I'm sorry, it's weird. I like American movies, but I also don't like when American movies try and do a Japanese... You know what I'm talking about?
I would say that Cowboy Bebop is culturally neutral.
Yeah, that's good, though.
Yeah, because, I think about dubs versus subs. One of the factors that, pushes me to look at the dub first is if the setting is either, culturally neutral, in a fantasy world, or if it's, distinctly European, Full Metal Alchemist or Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Attack on Titan's so German it hurts.
Yeah, it made me think, is there any anime that you prefer the dub over the sub?
First off the top of my head, Afro Samurai. Samuel L. Jackson was born to play a samurai.
I heard that's the reason why they made the anime.
Yeah, they made it for him. And also, he plays 2 characters. He plays the samurai dude, and he also plays, I'm trying to think. He would be the blaxploitation character in every movie, but they also have him in there, and it's amazing. Yeah. Also, another one I really like the dub over is Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and the original.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They should make a Full Metal Alchemist movie, I think.
Yeah. There's been Japanese attempts, but like
picture Weta Workshop doing that shit.
like who?
Weta Workshop, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, or any effects.
Oh.
No, because what I would love to do if I ever had to do that movie is you make like the armor, soul bond shit, whatever you call like the armors, you make them more mechanical because it'd be kind of cool seeing all the joints move. Yeah. Actually, another one that I really like the dub is High School of the Dead.
Yeah, I like High School DxD. I mean, I haven't really like sought out the Japanese version on that.
Oh.
Like one that like I'm trying to think of like animes where I've heard both the Japanese and English audio. Because I prefer Bebop.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah.
Hey, I have a question. You ever watched Dragon Ball in Japanese?
I've heard that. Like they were mentioning this on the Mega 64 podcast as well. They said that once you've heard Dragon Ball Japanese, there's no going back to English. And I don't know. I haven't checked it out yet. So that'll be a test for me. Because like I grew up with Dragon Ball Z and the English dub on Toonami. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see if I can put aside my deeply rooted nostalgia and like
Another one of a dub superior, I think. You are already dead.
I haven't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like okay, maybe the dub does kind of work, but at the same time, you need that fucking 80s exploitation voice. Sailor Moon, probably, maybe. Depends on the dub.
Yeah, because there's two dubs. There's the one I grew up with, the Deke dub. And then there's the VIZ dub, which was like more faithful to the source material.
I have a question for you, man. Were you a Deke man?
I don't know how to answer that question.
I only like my Sailor Moons if they're Dekes.
I mean, appealed to my Deke, so.
Dude, you know what? I'm trying to think of I want to go back to Ava for a minute rather than diverse stuff. You know why this is going to be a fucking shit show? Because there's those people like, I'm upset. Tumblr just cut me off from my supply of not safe for work, non-binary, talking about those weirdos. So they go on Netflix. What's this? Or let's be more realistic. Oh crap, I realize you may not be able to hear me, but they're on their little phone or whatever and they're watching Netflix. Neon Genesis Evangelion, a classic groundbreaking anime from auteur Hideaki Anno. What is that? And they watch it. And then you can hear the Valkyries coming. The Valkyries, it's misogynistic and homophobic and possibly racist too. Yeah, I'm sorry. All I can hear is Ride of the Valkyries that are typing their keyboards on fire.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have my Evangelion kin is that like this is my fan version. I don't know if people still like a lot of people still do like fan art, like fan personas or like it would be like Ava Sona.
I kind of designed my own Avas when I was younger. I was really into the Ava's designs. Also, what's really fucking awesome is the scrapped Avas and Angels.
Yeah, like you told me that there was like a giant Oscar or something.
Oh no, that's canon.
Yeah, that's in. You said that's in a novel.
So they're making a light novel, and there's some indication that they're using this to ship around and see if they can get enough. Oh look, this sold well enough. Let's make an anime. And they have Asuka ride a giant Asuka or go inside of one. And I'm just thinking of, Hideaki Anno isn't tied to this, and they also have the Super Evangelion. I'm sorry, you can't make something and just call it Super Blank. Okay, Super Saiyan's the exception because they started that. Yeah. Actually, I just realized Super Godzilla from the NES game is probably a ripoff of Super Saiyan. Just picture Super Saiyan Godzilla.
I surprisingly can quite vividly picture that.
Kind of, actually. Yeah, oh, fuck, yeah, and the worst part of the whole light novel thing is some characters who canonly fucking died are back. Fucking, they have the Ray's back. Ray has survived. Not the Ray that turned into the giant naked Ray. Not the Ray that suicide bombed herself. The fucking child Ray that was strangled to death and buried by Ritsuko Akagi. And this may sound like I like the show, but I fucking can't stand it at times. And me and this show are going to have to fight in the back alley. Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to rewatch it.
Yeah,
regardless.
What if it... I'm sorry. It's just I'm just picturing the kind of voice actor we're gonna have do 90s voice. I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away. Modern. I mustn't run away. They do that thing where we're all like fan baiting the fangirls.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can picture Netflix getting like actual child actors for the roles to like make it as accurate as possible to the source material.
I wonder if they're gonna have like fucking Shinji's voice actors or strangle Asuka's to get the voice just right.
Well, they're all gonna be the actors from Stranger Things.
Oh fuck! Burn the show. Cancel. Stranger Ava. I just want to see that big fucking thing at the end of the that's. I always show them a picture of a monster with mind flayer shit thing, and you have it doing stuff, and the Ava rips it in half. Dude, Ready Player One? They should have a fucking Evangelion in there. I might have to watch Ready Player One because it has Mechagodzilla fighting a Gundam apparently, and it's the original Mechagodzilla, the best one.
Hey, show me those Ava redesigns or something.
Yeah.
And, they look like I told you they look like skinny Gundams.
Yeah, it's like. The problem with Ava is the designs are, I would say, damn near perfect.
Yeah.
The reason why is because they're sleek. They, I was playing Metal Gear: The Phantom Pain, and I remember looking at the spoiler, the Sahelanthropus, the giant one, and going, wow, that thing's got all this bullshit on its head, giant guns, and it's got a waist thinner than my blood count or some shit like that. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, when the giant mecha is going to show up in Death Stranding.
Oh my, no, you would be kind of fucking awesome. A giant baby mecha.
Oh, yeah. It would probably be like a mecha that, can age. It starts out as, a little screw, and then it, evolves.
No, that'd be fucking crazy. You're fighting this little baby one, and it goes through, if a boss fight, it starts twisting, it, cracks its limbs out to get bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to fucking steal that. Can you picture, so it'd have to be Bioorganic, but, it twists its body to pubertize?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll have to, I imagine that they have something like that in the game. So, you're going to have to write that before the game comes out.
Fuck,
so you have about 8 years to do that.
Hey, have you ever realized that it's Hideo, right?
Yeah, Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima looks like looks like Bayonetta.
I saw that image, yeah.
I saw that one, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm picturing all the nerds who checked off the that, and now we saw that, and they look at their body pillow, and their body pillow grows a goatee.
Uh-huh. And then it says, did you like it?
I love Hideo Kojima.
Reminds me of the Game Awards are coming out. I think that's next week.
Yeah, I also really think that Hideo Kojima's best trait is that he's a fucking madman and you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Yeah. Say what you will, but that's probably my favorite thing about him. Mm-hmm. So finally, Death Stranding's out. You buy the disc, you put it in, and the first thing you see is the Guillermo del Toro guy beating a steak with a tenderizer for 15 minutes. Can you imagine what it would be like now that he has full creative control? Oh, yeah. You let the genie out of the lamp.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's going to get people to turn against him, like fans. And because, that's one of the criticisms I hear about the Metal Gear series is, it's incomprehensible garbage. And then, I get the feeling Death Stranding is going to come out and be actual incomprehensible garbage.
That's the thing, though. Fuck. That's why I like Metal Gear, is I always pretend it's not actually, it's what's the word? The narrator you can't trust.
Unreliable narrator.
Unreliable narrator. And at the final Metal Gear product they ever make, the final pachinko game, you just see Solid Snake, the old man, huddled up in the alley inside a box telling you this. And it's actually just real life. There's no giant mechs. Nothing of that happened. Yeah. What happened? He goes, you don't fucking do LSD, kid. And he just crawls into a hole and dies. Also, if the Joker grew a beard, would he have a green beard? I was thinking about this because I just realized...
Well, you got the Cesar Romero Joker, who has, just paints over his mustache.
But he painted over it.
Right.
Heath Ledger probably wouldn't. But, what about the Jokers that have the green hair from being dunked? Like, would he have green hair? Or would he have like this really weird, like brownish hair? He looks like fucking Mario with the different hairs. I think about this because one of my friends was talking.
Comics suck.
I'm sorry, because I have a point to this. I realized if you know a douchey white guy who knows Joker, you shouldn't let him own guns. Because the Gamers Uprising meme, there's also the unironic Uprising gamers.
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
Yeah, or my other favorite thing. I heard somebody say this, and it made me give pause. Every white trash guy anthem is We Are the Champions.
It's funny because the first thing I think of is the end of the Matrix video game, Path of Neo, and like they actually put in "We Are the Champions" at the end when they like win the machine war.
Oh, the Path of Neo is fucking crazy.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like they take a lot of creative liberties with like some stuff, like a lot of stuff actually.
Well, the Andersons are fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think they actually supervise. Like I think it was actually them who like voiced like cameoed at the end, or like at the end boss fights, like with because like when you're about to fight the giant robot smith. Then did you know about that?
I haven't played the fucking game since it came out.
Yeah, you fight a giant robot version of the Smith clones.
Oh, what's it look like?
It's basically just like the Smiths start like throwing just piles of rubble into, and like they start climbing on top of each other.
Oh my god, it's like a Bollywood thing?
Yeah, no, it's not like purely like them.
Oh, but they're
like,
holding rocks and shit.
Yeah, like it's sort of like a combination of rubble and like they're climbing up it, and then it takes like there's like a billboard with sunglasses on it, giant sunglasses, and it takes the sunglasses off and puts it on. And it's like the most ridiculous thing ever. And I wish it was in the Matrix Revolutions because that would have been fucking amazing.
Dude.
But like the Wachowskis cameo at the beginning. And it's funny because like this was before they both turned into trans peoples.
Oh, they're both trans now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you know about that?
No, I only knew the one was.
Yeah, they're both trans. And they show up as like these little Atari sprites and just talking to the audience, saying, this the Jesus thing in the movies. If that was in a video game, it would have been lame, really lame. So here's something special for you, where it's like some real Hulk versus Galactus shit. They actually say that.
Okay, I kind of like them.
Yeah.
Dude, no, I just thought of something. Imagine if you got the Wachowskis. And you've got Hideaki Anno and Hideo Kojima, and they're all sitting next to each other, and you drain out their creative juices to make something. What would it look like?
I can't even fathom what.
Yeah, because, like, I just want to picture what it's like for Kojima to, like, pitch a game. Guy goes, okay, we're making Death Stranding. What's up, boss? And he looks at Norman Reedus and goes, Baby in a jar! Baby in a jar. And Guillermo del Toro holds the jar. And then there's that one, your sweetest actor no one really remembers. And then there's babies in jars and oil slicks and footprints and weird sexual imagery. My grandmother thought I was watching porn when she saw the trailer that had naked Norman Reedus and the babies.
Norman Reedus and the funky fetus.
Yeah, it was fucking surreal, man. Also, I love their new logo. Remember, it's the one that has the spaceman and there's a giant whale. That's their new logo.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's apparently there's a spaceman with a skull, which is also cool.
Yeah, that brings me back to something about Wreck-It Ralph and the part with the. I wish that they would do like a Disney movie for adults, or like have an animation studio do something like this is what Disney would do if it were stuff for adults.
But you get an issue. You either get mature subject matter, or you get tits and dicks and drinking beer.
I mean, either way is fine.
Yeah.
I'm like one of my favorite animated movies is Heavy Metal.
Oh man, I read I had like one of those magazines.
You said I thought you were gonna say you read the manga.
No. It may as well be like a manga, though. It's like, hey, what's this? And you open it up, and there's like, wow, that's hardcore lesbian pornography, and there's an ogre in the background jacking off. What the fuck?
I think they actually have the movie here at the library.
Yeah.
And it's I really like it. It's basically an anthology film, and there's stuff in it that I really love. Some stuff that I kind of I was actually skimming the Wikipedia page, and there's like a few there's two parts that I actually completely forgot were even in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically just like like it shows that in animation you can do what you want.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. Is that like whenever like some like I think it was like last episode I brought in that comic pitch idea.
Oh,
like,
which one? Oh, the most awful one ever.
Yeah, the edgy shit. And like for me, like whenever I like propose something like that, I think the last time I tried doing like a really edgy comic, one of the questions I got was, what's the point of this? Like, what's the point? And I'm like, there doesn't have to be a point. It's like, if you can do it, then do it.
I have a bit of a story I want to tell about this. I was working on a story, and this is when I was in a NaNoWriMo writing Discord. And I have a name, I call it Tumblr Prime. I went in there, and it was like, and I was writing, and I had a story. And the main idea of it was told from a point of view of a golem. But the golem is symbolical of, like, when a piece of work or creation goes beyond what the creator intended. And I was trying to write with an idea, like a little bit of symbolism. But the thing was, symbolism gets trounced out by subject. People. What I'm trying to say is, fuck. When you write something, don't write with a point. Write with a point. Do what you want, but don't make it a fucking overt piece of shit. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Yes. The characters of Voltron, Space Warrior shit, Guardians. Yes, we're definitely not playing with the idea of, like, super messiah figures. Also, you know what I'm talking about. Those fucking Tumblrites ruined it.
Yeah, there was actually a NaNoWriMo that I attempted, like, years ago. It might have been actually 2012, November 2012. And I had this idea where it's like this like assassin mercenary guy who gets contracted to steal something, but he fails and he gets sold into like sex slavery, and he gets his, it's like set in the future, so like he gets his sex changed like perfectly to like a woman. And it was like him like getting revenge on the guys that set him up.
That's like a really great noir kind of thriller almost.
Yeah, but like in my mind there was a lot of cheesecake in there. So it's like him looking in the mirror like, hey, I got some big titties. Let me finger my clit or whatever. And it's like, so like it was kind of an exploitation style thing. So I could see Tumblr nowadays just completely I mean, like they're all dead anyway.
Write it and put it on Tumblr chapter by chapter.
I could pitch it as a comic book. I think that it would actually, it would piss more people off if it was visual.
Yeah, oh my god, you would like...
Basically like Ranma Half meets heavy metal.
Dude, oh man, you know what also thing is? I mentioned that story of the golem. Guess what they said when they found out I was writing a creature of a golem in it?
Like something about Jewish. I think you told me about that.
Oh fuck, they nearly drove me out of there. And that's when I had this moment of, do I leave because I'm being annoyed? And then, if this was like a movie, you would cut to the old man, he puts a box on the table, he opens it up, and he pulls off the cleef, and there's like knives and holy water, and he goes on one last monster hunt.
It's like the beginning of John Wick, where
fuck, I kind of burned the shit out of that site, and I don't like trolling without a purpose anymore, so now I just like fucking flame that shit.
One of the points I saw, like regarding Tumblr's demise, is that once you start seeing like all these people getting banned, it's like they're gonna migrate to sites like Twitter and then get their shit kicked in.
Oh god. Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Like one thing I saw is you're aware of the Maps community on Tumblr.
What's that?
It's these. And this is going to be a pretty disturbing subject matter, so trigger warning to any of y'all watching. I don't know why I just sounded like Chris Chan there. I don't know. Like,
yeah, well,
so basically, here's a situation. MAPS is short for minor attracted persons.
Oh, I know those motherfuckers, and I apologize.
It's these people who are open about being pedophiles.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But like they don't actually have sex with minors. They just think about it. They just post about it a lot.
Can I be honest?
And yeah,
they're fucking degenerates.
Yeah, it's like saying I only think about having sex with minors. I don't actually have sex with minors. That's actually the same thing that they scream when they're being hauled away into the police car.
Wasn't there like if you believe it, you think about it. If you think about it, you say it. If you say it, you do it.
Yeah, there is a connection.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is,
Oh yeah, I'm one of them mad motherfuckers.
and all you see is on the other side, some FBI guy sips his Coca-Cola and goes, "My name is Cindy."
Yeah, that was one of my first thoughts when I heard about this. I think I heard about this a couple of months
Do you
ago.
think it was like intentional that like
Yeah,
FBI set
like
that
it's
up?
a government-funded program to like get pedophiles to out
Oh,
themselves.
true story. So one of my friends and we were on a Discord thing. Someone said, "Hey," and they did the kawaii desu emoji, the anime. You know what I'm talking about, that fucking shit. And they started talking with members, and first thing is, "Oh yeah, just before you ask, the police had me arrested for something that involved a 4-year-old. I didn't do anything to her. But so tell me, how old are you?" I have a question. How long do you think it was till he got banned?
This guy?
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes.
He found out we have a not safe for work chat. Put 2 and 2 together. Guess what he posted?
Oof.
Yeah, we burned that fucking shit. I'm sorry, man. I ditched it. I had to like bathe myself. Like, yeah.
And I'm seeing these people pop up on Twitter, and they're just immediately getting eviscerated.
Oh god. No, you know what's gonna be worse? They're gonna make their own site. You watch. They're gonna, and it's gonna be like Twitumber. Twitumb.
Well, there's already like, I wonder if Nambla is gonna like launch their own social network.
Oh man, fuck Nambla. I forgot about them.
Like the only reason I remember them is that South Park
Park
episode.
episode.
It's one of the best South Park episodes.
Was it the one with the chef?
What?
Was that the one where they had chef in there?
Like
I remember 2 pedophile episodes. I think one had Robo Chef.
that was the one where they like that was Isaac Hayes' last episode because it was the one where Chef returns. Actually, no, they used like old audio clips.
Yeah, like he talked like that's it. Yeah.
Hello, children. Let me do you in my asshole. And it's like it was like them making fun of Scientology for like they were saying, it's not his fault. It's that fruity little club.
Oh man, you know what I was thinking about recently? Shit. Scientology is fucking nuts, but there's cults coming up everywhere nowadays. There's a cult, they worship falls. Imagine if all those white supremacists got around a circle and said, "Hey, let's reject God and Christianity," and they worship Neanderthals, and they go for that Cro-Magnon forehead shit. And they like believe it like there's these aliens and like Mongolians are actually space people from Pluto. And it's not fiction to them. They're fucking nuts.
I mean, you're telling me that there are people nowadays who are crazy?
We have social media. Social media, like if one thing Rick and Ralph got right is the line that internet brings out the worst in some people.
Yeah, don't read the comments. All
Well,
that.
no, ignore that. Just think of
Yeah.
it brings out the picture 4chan in the Wreck-It Ralph universe.
Yeah, I'm still upset that they didn't show that.
No, do you know how I picture it being? Ralph and Vanellope walk into this building and have this big empty room. What's this? And you just see like knights in armor killing each other for I don't know.
Deus Volt.
Deus Volt memes are kind of funny. I kind of like them.
Yeah.
Also, there's a thing in For Honor, if you play Knights, you fucking lose. Because there's a volcano, so they made Volcano. So basically, every single player is wasting resources to get the volcano. I wonder if there'll ever be another Crusade.
Like, if you're on 4chan long enough, then you'll start to believe it.
I'm not talking about race crusade. I mean, like, hey guys, like the current goes, oh yeah, when I was a bouncer in Argentina, which is a real thing, mind you, some asshole nicked my coat. Catholics, away. I'm sorry, I'm just picturing like a Catholic superhero team.
What else did you want to talk about?
What? You're all deaf now. One thing, oh yeah, you have that Batman wedding thing. I'm not in the comics anymore. I had to read one comic, so they parodied the Batman wedding.
Is that his wedding to Catwoman?
Yep, because you know it's a sham shit, right?
I don't bother to keep.
I didn't bother, but they postponed it in the actual fucking comic. So, guess who got married? They fucking had Killer Croc and Orca get married. I didn't know there was a villain called Orca, and that pisses me the fuck off because I have to change a character name now. An origin. But the one good thing that came of this is that, I don't know, nothing is good in comics anymore.
Sure, yeah.
I'm also, for the podcast, I'm going to read that what's it called? The the Wasp thing, the Invincible Wasp. It's so SGW, it blinds the SGWs.
Huh. Oh, I forgot to bring that Leave Extraordinary Gentleman comic.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, the one where Mary Poppins kills Harry Potter.
Okay. Oh, I heard you brought that in one, I think, and you showed me Moonchild. They call him.
Yeah, because I was talking about that in the theater because they showed a trailer from the Mary Poppins movie.
I saw that the same day I saw Fallen Kingdom. I pictured a pterodactyl killing her. Mm-hmm. Can you picture that in the same fucking universe, like some little orphan, help! I'm on East Lasornia. A spoonful of lead kills the velociraptors tonight. Fuck. Oh man, I would make a dinosaur like a Jurassic Park parody musical, and it's done like the style like Grease. Remember when parody musicals were a thing?
You'll have to refresh my memory.
They did there was the Evil Dead parody musical. They had the Silence of the Lamb parody musical.
Oh yeah, stuff that was actually on Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I do remember that.
I miss those kind of. They had some catchy songs.
I think there was even a musical version of 50 First Dates, that Adam Sandler movie. Which reminds me, speaking of Wreck-It Ralph, remember Pixels?
I try not to.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every time I hear Pac-Man, all of a sudden I go, you have to do 3 Hail Marys.
Yeah, it's I didn't think about that when I was watching Wreck-It Ralph, but when I came home, I think it was just this morning. I just remember that. I think because I remember Q*bert was a plot point in Pixels,
yeah.
And he at the end he turned into the beautiful woman that the guy who voiced Olaf made out with and had Q*bert babies with.
Disney has taken your mind. Because you think of him as the guy who played Olaf. I saw a picture of Adam Sandler's daughter in People's Magazine when I was in the waiting room at the hospital or the fucking clinic or whatever the fuck you call it, the psych center. Not the psych center. Fuck, the mental health doctor place. Anyways, can you imagine having him as a dad? Oh, your dad's famous? What's his name? My dad's famous, but you wouldn't really know. What's your dad's name? Adam Sandler. And they fucking beat her and lock her in a cellar. Picture me. She walks outside and the pedophile grabs her, throws her in the back of it. Oh wait, your name is something Sandler, and she goes, yeah. He opens the door, throws her out. You're not even good enough for NAMBLA maps. I'm sorry.
I mean, normally I find pedophilia hilarious, but in this case, I don't know.
I'm sorry, man. That's fucked up. I had very little sleep last night.
That's fine. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That was fucked up.
Nah, that was, yeah, I've completely,
Can I offer a possible what if? What if Chris Chan somehow procreated with a woman, and this girl grew up not knowing who her dad was, and she became a very famous businesswoman, and she runs into this woman named Christine. Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? You want to be my gal, pal?
Hey, do you about the Amazing Atheist getting into a fight with his fucking try hard online? I don't like the Amazing Atheist, but you know about the banana video, right? He said the guy did the entire argument video in a banana suit. And Amazing Atheist says, you know what I do to bananas.
Do you think online entertainment is getting dumber?
Fucking yeah. Okay, I can't say shit because I wear that Yoda hat, and I was thinking about Logan Paul the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking about, I was watching a video about Rice Gum back when iDubbbz did the content comp on him, and it made me realize how kids are gravitated towards people like Rice Gum and Logan Paul, and because they're in their eyes they're the cool older brother.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of kids' entertainment doesn't get right, is that they talk down to kids. And really,
they talk to you is what they do.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul.
Yeah, they're sort of in a league above them. So they see that as oh man, this guy's so cool, and
Can I ask you a question? You have an older brother, right?
I have a younger brother.
Oh, sure. Oh, never mind. I apologize. You don't count. Mm-hmm. Wait, no. How do you talk to your brother? Do you think you talked like those dudes did?
No.
Because I had a stepbrother who was pretty fucking cool, kind of. He's, But one of the things I always think about was like, he wasn't the over the top, yeah. And that's, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
That's what I hate about Logan and Jake fucking Paul. If they walked into a place I worked, if they walked into a certain place in town that I work at and they started acting like that, I'd fucking lock them in the elevator. I'd beat the shit out of them. I apologize.
And you probably could body both of them.
You're just like, no, just climb the top of the stairs and, put on your luchador mask. God, I'd be a fucking scary luchador. If I could get in the air, you'd be dead. But yeah. I agree that it's something they do the older brother thing.
Yeah.
But they also act like fucking complete dick knobs. And they're too over the top energetic. It's like they have to take a hit of coke to calm down.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what their parents think of them?
Their parents are terrible. If you know anything about Jake and Logan Paul's dad, he's just as bad as they are.
Oh, fuck. I can only think of, one possible worst parent. They're all, there's a Kiwi farm thread about them, and it's true horror material. They went to Dr. Phil with a sociopath. You heard about the sociopath little girl?
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Basically, they told everyone, hey, she basically coached her daughter, say, hey, act like you're crazy. Mm-hmm. And it turned out that the parents were choking each other, raping each other, fist fighting, and then they got fucking Geodone, which is, are you familiar with the drug?
No.
It is basically, long story short, fucking people online are terrible. Wait, no, I should rearrange those word defense. People online are fucking terrible. Mm-hmm. And it's just,
Can we end this on something funny?
I know, I've been on, this has been one of my worst episodes.
I mean, I want to end this video by I want to pitch my idea of a Disney film,
Let's both do one. Let's do that.
I think I mentioned this before though. Is the idea of a Disney princess story set in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna fucking say.
And all the musical numbers are written by a band, a rock band, Coheed and Cambria. Are you familiar with them?
No.
They're really good.
Do you know what I would say instead? Something like the guys that do Haas, something like Ramstein, something mechanical kind of noise.
Yeah. Sort of 9 Inch Nails, industrial stuff.
Yeah, what I would do, I apologize for interrupting you, but have instead of guitar riffs, it's the engine revving up. Mm-hmm. The drums are machine guns being lowered. No, shotgun shells. Play with that shit. Yeah. And you could actually, I'm sorry, I have my sore smokes. I could see that as a Disney musical parody with Vicky as the princess. Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to save the princess, he's trying to kill the princess.
Yeah, and I was picturing what Smokes' villain song would be, no one takes an X to the head. Hey, you hear about that Gaston guy that died? I'm sorry. Apparently, there was a guy at Disney World who got in trouble because he stole his costume as Gaston. He accidentally got shot with a firework. And the Facebook news commented that got in trouble because and he blinked like Gaston went to the morgue I'm sorry, man. I went back there. No, do you mean an interesting Disney princess thing? Do a Disney princess in steampunk.
Oh, I'm sure they would do that too.
But the twist is, it's a terrible steampunk world.
Yeah, again, you're saying stuff that's probably going to actually happen.
I just want to picture a fairy godmother, but it's a mechanical, steam-powered brass monstrosity. Mm-hmm.
What if Ava was a Disney film?
Oh my fucking god, that was something Ava Geeks was pitching, where Shinji's a princess. Mm-hmm. And there was even a person who drew a design that I absolutely fucking love, but I never saved, and it got deleted when the thread got deleted because Ava Geeks is weird. Mm-hmm. It was fucking Gendo, but it's Claude Frollo.
Have you been on Ava Geeks since they announced for Netflix?
They haven't talked about it yet, and that's fucking got me scared because I go over daily now. I want to see the shitstorm because when it happens, Ava Geeks is a very crumbly community. It's like you build a sand hill and then you punch it repeatedly. There will still be some left. And wow, I apologize there.
I'm starting to think that online forums
are dying.
No, they might make a comeback now that if more sites like Tumblr are gonna crumble, then we might actually start seeing these more independent forums start to reemerge.
I'm just picturing if that's there's a small forum and it's happy and it's peaceful, and they mention Evangelion, and you hear of a trumpeting. But AvaGeeks used to raid ever sites. AvaGeeks has its own wiki, and it's the best Evangelion wiki ever made, actually, because there are Evangelion fans who I swear to God aren't even human. Like, we had this one lady who, or now she's a person without a specific gender. Yeah, she's fucking non-binary. But the thing is that, like, she knew fucking everything about Ava. So there's a game that, rather than tell everybody what actually happens, they have a computer that's the encyclopedia for Evangelion's topics, and you could go in there and read these. And it reveals the entire monomyth. And the biggest fucking reveal is that I see you're starting to do the head thing. Yeah, basically, it was fucking weird. AvaGeeks gets defense about its information. They used to raid sites that would copy them without source. And it wasn't like, hey, can you take it down? It was like, fuck your mother, you are a coon. Also, can you please take that down? Yeah. There used to be this Gundam site that used to fight with AvaGeeks.
But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that online forums are going to come back unless, like, 4chan suffers the same fate as Tumblr.
I can't fucking picture that. I don't want to sound bad to my fellow 4chaners.
Yeah, we're talking about, like, how, like, with Tumblr crumbling, we got all these weirdos heading into Twitter. Can you imagine the same thing, the same people for 4chan scattering to the wind? It would be complete mayhem spread across. It'd be like at the end of Wreck-It Ralph with all the Ralphs, like, climbing over everything. It'd be they would all be like 4chan users, just with their dicks out, just like
instead of like climbing, they're like fucking everything.
Yeah.
And like the guy who was left on the roof that knows more, all you see is like the giant J lullaby. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap this up.
Yeah. I apologize, dude.
And I have been Tony.
I've been Zach.
And this has been The Monkey Bar.
What was it? I'm sorry. Now you see how it's done, kids. I'm sorry.